I have not been to Six Flags in
high school.
And everyone goes, it gets yesterday for Labor Day weekend, they do like a sale, or you're supposed to get after the things like permission to fight fast or whatever. Stuff like that.
That's fun.
We did the one in Dorney, and that was fun. But then we went back to Dorney, and they left all the attractions up. Which is kind of lame. It was like, guys, that happens really. Like, I get that it takes time and money to put it up, but
it's not special.
like, you make the commitment to do it, or you don't do it.
When I was in college, because we were pretty close to Dorney, they used to ask all of the like service organizations to volunteer to work it. So like go get their faces painted and like all that stuff. Yeah.
It takes pretty special people to put on that show. Fake and keep that, don't crack character.
It was not my cup of tea. I would have been afraid myself the whole time.
Do the makeup and like look in the mirror.
Every time I saw myself, ah!
The chicken salad? Yeah, looks like a whole chicken. Pretzel bread.
I like pretzel bread right before it gets wet. You know how pretzel bread always gets wet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. Nice moist pretzel.
What before?
No, she said once it's moist.
Wait, is that because of like the salt?
I guess it must be.
Because it absorbs moisture.
Yeah.
I mean, it's smart.
Yep.
Smart.
Somebody did them.
Any other advice for us?
A peanut is neither a pea nor.
Whoa.
Where's the advice in that? Don't eat them if you're allergic. Okay, how about this? Man with hand in his pants feels cocky all day.
Yeah.
Eating parts in church. It's in coming too.
I just wanted
Man with hand in other man's pants. Myself today.
If you guys keep talking, I'm gonna go upstairs to watch this from another computer.
And masturbate.
I'm gonna go upstairs. I just want.
I'm gonna go upstairs. I said I called her, but I shit myself.
So I don't know if I've explained this to you guys. There was a ride that I went on.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't talk about it. I mean, spoiler alert, does that count for amusement rides? For some, I feel like it does.
So give me an alert
Spoiler alert.
for Six Flags Great Adventure.
Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey. Oh, what was that? Was it Nitro? We wrote Nitro. Was it Nitro? It was awesome. Superman shot down. Although, if people got stuck on Superman, I don't know how to get off because you're laying down.
Yeah, that would be rough.
But, so, a long time ago, I had this memory, and now I'm thinking maybe it was Dutch Wonderland, because it could have been. I thought it was Seaside, but I have a memory of a ride, and it was just a room, and it looked like a church. I don't know if it looked like a church on the outside. I was really, really young. I had to be really, really young. Really young being like 10 and under. Probably 8 or under. You sit in these rows that look like pews, and then when you're in the room, the floor moved, or the pew moved. It felt like the pew moved, and you could see the floor underneath you. And I remember it as being a church. Maybe it was just the pews, it wasn't really a church. I remember being in church because underneath looked like hell.
Oh.
And there were these like monsters, like it was like a.
I don't think Dutch Wonderland would have that, would it?
Sounds kind of high-tech for Dutch Wonderland. But they're Pennsylvania Dutch, so they're Amish. So maybe it's like a scare thing, you know?
A warning.
Oh, okay. You know, to get like a religious thing.
Did you show you porn in that, do you know?
and then your hands fall off the end of the ride.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember, and I've told so many people, and nobody knows what I'm talking about, and all I remember is freaking the hell out because I was a kid.
Guys, I know the audio is weird.
Oh, I'm sorry.
working
No,
on it.
don't worry. There's not a story going on. I remember just being a child and being like seriously freaked out and like terrified of these hell dwellers. So we went on a ride yesterday. It was like a building and it looked like a haunted house, or I thought maybe it was a haunted house, like a pop-up thing that they left there because it's so intricate. But it was a real structure, and we walked inside, and it was essentially the same ride with a different setting. It didn't have demons on the floor.
But they must have all lived here.
But I saw, but we went in and tried it, not knowing what we were going into. I'm with a friend from work.
Great, then we gotta watch Star Trek.
So we went in there not really knowing what we were getting into, and then when I walked into the room, and I'm like, oh my god, I think this, because I had just told him about the ride earlier, because we were talking about kids and scared and stuff like that. And I just told him about it like a couple hours earlier, and we walk in, and I'm like, Hughes? Black bar? Building? I think I know what this is. And it started doing it, and it was like, what? And like even as adults, you have your body, your body goes through these feelings.
What are you doing here?
Like it feels like you're, and it's a whole sensory thing. Like totally screws up your.
You get fired or something?
You don't know where you are. So even as an adult, it works.
Good luck getting anything out of that closet.
It was just really awesome to know that I haven't been creative this whole time.
There's a chair in there, but it's going to be a pain in the ass. Well, never mind. You can have my chair. I'll take one of those. I said... Because they're too tall? That's not a stool. It's a little table.
I mean, you're welcome to sit on it.
Let's try.
We
are live. It doesn't matter, but we are live. I know how it works. I am trying to.
I'm trying to figure out how YouTube works.
Can you, Danielle? Can you like talk normal volume for us?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
Whoa, let's not forget it.
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Do you believe? I believe in God. Do you believe? I believe.
Keep going.
I used to have to do that for Lisa.
You keep going.
Because she was like in like communications, and she used to have to like record and edit people's like she wanted to, like a book on tape, so I had to read the story, and she had to like get the levels right and whatever. And so she was like, just start talking, and I was like, I don't even know what to say. She's like, say the pledge. That's what they all do. And I was like, okay, pledge allegiance. Do you need me to keep talking? Grant's putting on a show for us. Do you need us to keep talking?
Yeah, keep talking.
He'll yell if he wants us to talk, right?
That's all I need, thank you.
No problem.
This
Where are
way.
you from?
My house.
Just like that, just to go home. So you come down, this is my going home. Friday, come home.
Yeah. I'll fill you in when you come in.
Uh-oh. You're the new president.
Speaking of presidents, last night I slept at Carrie and Anthony's house, and I had like crazy dreams, and I was like up off and on through the night, and I had dreams that we bought a house, and it was, the whole back was like all glass. It was beautiful, but what you looked out to was essentially the Lincoln Memorial, which is bizarre because as I was telling Carrie about this, I found a heads-up penny
Lincoln Memorial's.
like on the street, right, a statue, but it wasn't Lincoln wasn't in it. It was Thomas Jefferson in it, and at night it got up and like walked around, and I was like, I can't believe we bought this house. I'm never gonna sleep again. It was horrible. It was a terrible, terrible, terrible dream. But it just dawned on me that I found the penny while I was telling you that.
What's your levels? You can hear everybody playing the crackling audio.
Oh, I hate that. You probably like crackling this thing right here.
Yeah, so I've been doing this for the past 5 minutes, right? So, are you going to fill us in on the pod, or?
Oh, I can talk about it now.
This is broadcasting, right?
Yeah, we're live.
All right. Well, just so Luke knows.
I know we were live.
Okay.
We can go over that already when I reach out.
Somebody could be recording it. To use it against you. Record a wall.
Will you use it against me?
Record a wall.
Right? Isn't that a song?
So, well, I did a couple of days at my store, and then I was here on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday morning, my boss called me and he was like, "You're not going back to New York tomorrow. You're staying here in Flemington." And I was like, "All right, whatever." And he's like, "And you got to go on overnights." And I was like, bitch.
So wait, whose call is it for you to go to New York in the first place? Was it yours, or did Walmart
They asked
corporate ask you to go?
corporate.
Your boss asked you to do it?
Yeah, the boss of that market needed extra help, and they asked the boss of my market some money. And now the boss of my market was like, "You can't be over there. Your store is falling apart."
You're my boyfriend.
So it would have been okay if they hadn't put you on overnights, right? It probably would have been like,
If
I don't have to travel anymore. I can stay at home and whatever. But
if the managers at my store weren't completely sucking the way they are right now, then it wouldn't have been an issue at all.
Then you should be a manager, and just they should work for you.
now, can you put in for a transfer? Like, I'd like to go somewhere else.
You tried, right?
Well, I've been trying to get promoted, but that hasn't been working out.
Close, Lube.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
So I worked an overnight last night, and I'm going to go in tonight. Woo!
What are you doing?
Well, at least you sound excited about it.
I stock free.
I knew you were going to say it, and I'm glad you did.
I stopped myself.
I'm going to tell your mother that you did that.
What'd you do? Something from an old commercial. Oh, I almost did something from an old commercial.
Unclaimed friend.
No, I'll bring it up for you,
yes.
Brent.
Afraid to go out?
Yeah, we stocked the freaking shelf out.
All right,
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
we'll just give it a shot this week. Like
Oh,
this.
And they can't figure out how to
Why the hell
do it.
not, right?
They don't have someone standing over them telling them to put the goddamn chips where the chips out.
No, when you say freight, I don't think it is. When you tell me, I think like you're shipping stuff out.
What would we be shipping out?
That's why I didn't understand. That's why I asked. When I don't understand something, I ask. I'm sorry to upset you. Not everyone's
have
as
a watch,
smart as
Brent.
you. That's why you have to be
Go
there
ahead.
and work the overnights. Never know if this gets on.
So he got in trouble as a kid for making fun of that commercial. So like him and his sister, like, and now I say it
Can
because
I actually say retarded citizens?
Yes.
That's the name of the organization.
the ARC, the Association for Retarded Citizens, we have an ARC. They just call it the ARC now. They don't use the acronym. They just say the ARC. But so him and his sister would be like, I sort glass for a living, like,
That's my job.
and like
Yeah.
Kevin's mom was like, that's terrible. You have to stop that. They were like,
Hey, I was a little kid.
And then
They
he
probably
grows up-
don't even know what an ARC guy
no,
is.
yeah, they know it. I mean, did
That
you in Bethlehem Township? Did they keep
That
those
happened to
kids
me
in
once. I heard like I was like in a hospital, and I didn't even see this kid. I think it was a kid, but he was just going like, you know.
Yeah.
And so I like started making fun of him, and then when I turned around, I was like, oh no. And then my dad started yelling at me.
Aww.
Well, we all went to school with Rob Kelly, so we all knew what that stuff was.
Yeah, right. All right, I'm going to shut down my computer upstairs.
When I'm back at Patrick McGarren in second, because it's second and third grade, like that's when they start to be able to like understand why they shouldn't. Yeah, like this year is where it's my classroom now.
So you're back down 31.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like they're old enough to understand why that's not nice and like how they could help and how they could like, and it's like the best age because they like care. You know, second and third graders aren't assholes yet. Like they're still like good.
What usually happens
Unless you're Rob Kelly.
And in third grade is when you start to really like understand like how to be a friend, like a real honest like relationships we have now kind of friends. So it's like a good year, but before that the kids aren't the greatest about it. Excuse me. I do. Some butt. Thank God for the markers on the red, huh? No.
What's that? What?
The mark is unread feature on Gmail.
Oh.
So you can read it and then say like, oh no, I didn't read that.
Oh, mark as unread.
Yeah.
You said mark is unread. Like, that was pretty bad.
You were texting before, and you're like holding it up here, and the camera was like right onto it.
So you could read it?
You couldn't read it, but it's pretty close. And also a little bit of your nose was there, so it was funny. Well, the good news is, I fixed the problem.
Oh, you marked correctly?
Nope. It was a streaming setting. That sounded good to me. What's the Pokemon again?
Pikachu.
Gliscor.
You're close.
I think Pikachu's the next one.
I'm reading A Horse and His Boy
Sounds hot.
You read it
a
already.
bajillion times. And it's I think it's my least favorite of the series.
I'm reading Mr. Hands.
A Horse and His Boy, Mr. Hands.
I'm pretty sure it's my least favorite thus far.
Which is your most favorite?
Good, Nintendo, thank you.
I mean, the
made
first
that
one I
change
ever
and it
knew
seems to have
was The
fixed
Lion,
it.
the Witch, and the Wardrobe. But I really like Magician's
Game
Destiny.
Pixel Show, so is that a Big Mac? Double cheeseburger?
And the last one, The
Oh,
Last
just a
Battle.
Big Mac.
I think I recall making it.
It sounded so sad.
Are you swollen?
Just a Big Mac. Zero skill, as far as I know, yes.
Look at that. So secret special sauce that it's locked up. Except that
GBA says, I love watching this man eat. This guy knows how to sell a McDonald's product. This podcast sponsored by McDonald's.
I'm loving it. What is it? Get over it. What is this song?
Get
I'm
over
loving
it.
Get a hold of it. Seedar.
Cedar is doing his usual routine.
It was a pretty good
Oh wait, is Seedar that troll?
He's the one that says that stuff all the time.
No.
If he said something different, I would be worried.
So what time do you have to start then? 8?
Yeah.
Thank you. It was on like auto HD, so the stream was like going between different settings, and when it was switching or filtering, it was screwing up the audio. But I dropped it down one, and we should be okay now. Oh boy. Well, the Pokemon starts with a G. I remember that.
It's a Gliscor.
Thank you.
He's right.
No, Burn and Cheese, I can't. I was just on a whim decided to try this today. I will work on it before next weekend so I can make sure I can see both checked. So I'll make sure to point that out.
They get
throughout the
crackle
show.
out of there?
That crackles my. Can you give me the spelling on that just so I can make sure? Why not, Red Dragon? We're giving it a shot, and I will explain why in a minute.
Gliscor.
Oh, all right. Straightforward. All right, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast Webisode. Why is that happening? Go Nintendo Podcast Webisode 472, the Gliscor Podcast.
Yeah,
What?
472. You're right. You're right.
Usually it doesn't record dual like this.
Okay.
But that's fine by me.
Is that
All
more
right.
in stereo?
We're available.
Y'all want to hear about Gliscor or not?
Hold on. No.
I do.
I apologize to people listening to the audio only. Nobody talk. Okay, all right. It's on the right one. Go ahead. Let's hear about. Oh, that looks pretty good. Let's go. Let's hear about Gliscor. My brain, get to it.
Gliscor is a large, mainly, I almost said manly, mainly blue-purple vampire bat-like Pokemon.
He's too scary!
This one's for you,
Yes.
Tim.
Oh, sorry.
Its legs have 2 toes and a slightly darker circular coloration on the underside, and its tail has 2 barbs, giving its tail the resemblance of a vampire's fangs. Its arms are red with thin striations and are completely detached from the black wings, and each are ended with large pincers. Its ears have discernible red chambered ear insides, and its eyes are yellow. It has 6 visible fangs in its mouth, and its waist, like its arms, is red and striated. Gliscor's body resembles an open mouth with the pointed protrusions coming from its upper torso resembling fangs, further illustrating its vampiric qualities. I mean, this is... As shown in Riding the Winds... As shown in Riding the Winds of Change, exclamation point, Gliscor, along with its unevolved form, Gligar, can emit a sort of sound wave in order to detect obstacles and fly around them, similar to echolocation, which we know is how they find Godzilla.
That's
Its
how it
legs
was
appear to be
invented,
not
actually.
suitable for walking, so
Wait,
can
how
only
did you
perform
know?
short
There's
hops
one?
when on the ground.
It's history.
Gliscor hangs
Saw
upside down
Godzilla.
while sleeping, much like the other bat-like
What?
Pokemon, and it
You
is
saw
nocturnal.
Ella.
It is capable of
That's a big
soundless
day.
flight, however, its wings cannot be flapped to the same extent the other Pokemon's wings can. Like Jumpluff and Wingull, Gliscor uses winds and drafts to glide from place to place. When there's no wind, Gliscor climbs to the top of tall trees using its sharp, raptorial claws, and then glides from place to place. This practice is similar to flying squirrels
Why is Gliscor's explanation
or
so long?
flying snakes. You know those exist, right?
Yes, we saw Godzilla opening night.
It's extremely rare, but sometimes it's
I guess you
found
were traveling.
in
Dead.
thick pine
Wait, did somebody
forests
just ask that,
and
or were you telling me?
swamps.
Somebody asked.
Gliscor is number 472. It's a ground flying type. Its abilities include Hyper Cutter or Sand Veil, and its hidden ability is Poison Heal.
Its
You're
abilities
just as
include
likely-
turd cutter.
You're just as likely to find a male as you are a female. They're just a skosh over 6 feet tall and weigh 93 pounds or so. That's Gliscor.
They're just a
Pretty
scotch over
lame.
under 93 inches tall, feet tall,
Yeah, they're really starting
and about 6 pounds.
They're really starting to run out of ideas at number 472, and how many more are there now? Thank you, Mom Brain.
Sure thing.
First question. People are saying, why aren't you on Spreecast? I'm not on Spreecast because Spreecast
They
has...
hate it.
Yep, that's it. Next question. Spreecast has changed how they work. They used to archive your podcast, and you could watch it forever. But now they archive it for a week and then delete it. and you have to pay for a subscription. So I thought it was time to try and find something new. And then couple that with everybody on Twitter and emails pretty often saying you should do YouTube streaming. Why not do YouTube streaming? So, like 5 minutes before the show, I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot, and that's why we're on it
After telling
now.
all those people to shut up for the past few years.
I just blocked them, and now I'm like, well, maybe they were right.
Did you like write an announcement on the website?
I put it up on the website. The embed is there, and I also sent out a tweet saying we are doing our first show on YouTube, so be prepared for it to not work. But
SLU.
I figured I'd give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. So I apologize for any audio issues that come up or anything else that happens, but the picture is already better because the camera works as it should on YouTube instead of how it was on Spreecast. So we have a wider angle, except we have more people here than I thought we would have today. We have Mom Brain.
Hi.
We have Nikki Hill.
Hi.
We have Herbie.
Hey.
And we have Lou.
Hey.
On Twitter, I tell people who's going to be on the show. And
Yeah,
I would have said you,
I
but
kept it a surprise.
no, I would have said you, but I didn't.
That's
But people were happy Nikki Hill was going to be here. I heard that.
And I wanted to sleep through the podcast, and I was like, no.
You could have.
I
You
could
can do it
have,
right now.
but well, I probably will. But it means a lot to me.
Oh, we
coming
could
out
do
here.
that thing where we like
Well,
watch
it
you
means
sleep
a lot
after
to
the
us.
show.
I will be sleeping after the show.
Play you the Piranha Plant music. Hello, Mysticoy, and my body is ready, and ST Seeker on Link Triforce, and Red Dragon, and President Billions, and whoever else I missed in there. If you are just watching on Google, I cannot see your chat because of the way this is set up today. Like I said, I literally did it 5 minutes before the show. I was like, I'll just try YouTube. So I apologize if you're talking through Google, like Google Hangouts. I cannot see your chat. You can go to, I think it's GoNintendo.com/chat. I'm not 100% sure. Just search GoNintendo chat on Google, and it'll be the first link, and you can join us there. So we would love to talk to you. I'm talking about how they can only see part of you. They want to see you eat more.
I'm done eating.
So
Should have brought more.
Get this man more food.
So I think that's all the special stuff. Yeah, all right. We'll try and do a regular show and see how it goes. But please let me know as the show's going on or after the show what you thought of the Google version of it or the YouTube version of the live stream. Let me know how it worked out for you. In the chat, they are talking about episode 168 of the podcast, which was the infamous Banana Jenga version. And I don't remember. Were we doing videos there?
Yeah, I think so.
Were we?
Yeah, I'm sure we were.
Because right now they're saying they only have. Apparently, it's gone missing. That episode is missing, but somebody has the audio version of it. So they're looking for video, I
I
think.
think we had a video, but I'm pretty sure the video wasn't on us the whole time.
Hello, Kim Yu, and hello,
What's that?
TAW,
When we did the Jenga
and
thing?
somebody else.
Was there a video
Gaming
of
Pixel
that?
Show, and somebody that I missed.
Pretty sure there had to be.
Yeah.
Hello, Burnt
I mean,
Poffins.
why would we do such a visual stunt like that without a camera?
Yeah, wait, was that like the first time we
Maybe.
actually made it?
I asked the guy that does the retro GN podcast Twitter thing. 'Cause
Back
he would
then.
obviously know.
Back then, I don't know. I don't think you recorded the video.
Yeah, that might
Even
be
the
true.
hat cam too. We just had a streaming, but we didn't record. I mean, you
Yeah.
didn't record until.
This is probably going to sound dumb to some people. Is there a wireless camera for live streaming? Like, you know, I can live stream off of my phone. I thought it would be, yeah. I mean, like, I know you can do it with
It's an
certain
enormous
things, but,
strain
like,
in the artist's wrists.
like, you know, if I was going to, like, plug in a receiver into the computer and then have a camera that didn't have to be tethered so I could, like, put it wherever I want. But,
Yeah.
come on, you're a camera guy.
You follow the camera guy?
What do you mean, do whatever you want? I was asking if it exists.
You tell me.
I think it does
Yes.
exist.
I don't know if you can do GoPro wireless.
Luigi
You're out.
GBA says that episode was streaming. So there you go.
Oh,
All right. It was a very, very big week for Nintendo news, so we're not going to be able to get to all of it, but we'll try and cover the most important stuff. I thought you were waving to a
Let's
neighbor.
talk about the newest and most important right now.
Do you want to?
You want to.
Okay. Announced this week through a Nintendo Direct. Oh, by the way, thank you.
Announced this week. What? Go ahead.
A very big thank you to both Nintendo and Eggman. They were your Nintendo Direct coverage this Friday morning, and they did an excellent job with it.
It was. They did have it.
Yes.
No, I was sitting here when you were like, oh, gee, dang it, a Nintendo
Oh.
Direct, and then you were like, oh, it's a faker. Look at this
It was
guy.
a fake, and then 2 days later they announced a real one, which was funny. But it was Japan only.
Maybe it was. Maybe they just
Friday,
didn't know how to spell.
7 o'clock, New Jersey time, 7 in the morning. And Nintendo and Eggman covered it, and there was a lot to cover, and they did an excellent job. So thank you very much. But
Like what you've done.
the live stream seemed like, it said it was going to be about the 3DS in Japan. So we expected your usual, here's a 3DS game, here's a 3DS game, it's coming out now, blah, blah, blah. And that's how it did start. And then a while it's like, hey, here's this thing. They announced a redesign for the 3DS and the 3DS XL. They're continuing with their terrible naming from the Mario Brothers series. And the new 3DSs are going to be called New 3DS and New 3DS XL. So imagine the confusion at retailers when we finally get these things, and they're like, I want a new 3DS. Do you want a new 3DS or do you want a 3DS?
Or a new 3DS.
Well, what's the difference? Isn't one just new? Well, no. New means it does different things. So, and then like commercials will say playable on 3DS and 3DS XL and new 3DS and new 3DS XL and 2DS.
and then, there's kids or parents who are like, oh, I just got you a new 3DS. That was the new one.
The new one.
And it's like, no, but there's
What
a
did
new
we get
one
you
now.
last Christmas?
Right. It is brand new. It's not even 5 months old.
Nintendo wants to
When they
point out.
actually make, like, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
When they, do their next redesign, like, what are they going to call that one?
That's what I was
3DS
asking on Twitter.
New 3DS too.
Jules Watcham suggested new 3DS XL Deluxe. Right, I said newer or new.
They should just call it, give us more money.
Nintendo wanted to point out that this was the return of Iwata to Nintendo Directs because he was sick and had surgery, but now he's back in action. So yes, they announced new 3DS and new 3DS XL, but there's a lot actually new in them worth talking about. Number one of my favorites, which I'm very excited to see, the 3D viewing angle. Now it's using the camera on the 3DS to track your eyes.
That's weird.
So when you move the screen, you won't lose the 3DS or the 3D effect.
Which means that there's things that internal that have to move, right?
The camera?
No, the
the
layered
slotted
screens somehow.
I don't know how.
Maybe they just project. Yeah. You know how the 2DS is all one screen? Well, no, it's all one touch screen though, right?
Yes. Except it's in case
Maybe
you make
that's
it
just
look
all
like
it
it's
is
split.
that it's a bigger screen that you don't see, that it's kind of closed off, so that as you move, it can kind of.
As far as the 3D effect, yeah, it's the slotted screen, but I don't know how that changes. It might just be the projection going through the slotted screen at a different angle rather than an actual moving piece. But it'll track your eye position, so that'll work better.
It's going to burn through battery life even faster because of that. It's an extra feature.
Nintendo, and you know all this
processing
stuff.
Power.
Is the battery life the same?
What, did he make them? Why didn't he tell us? Why didn't he tip us off of this if he's making?
Well, he already pre-ordered his Japanese one. But I remember the spec sheet. I just don't remember battery talk. So there's that feature, and I'm very excited to see that. It shows them turning the 3DS left and right and maintaining the 3D image. Obviously, you can't see the 3D through a live stream or through a video on the computer, but they're telling you what it does. They didn't show it moving up and down, so I don't know if up and down movement is still
we also landed on the moon because there's video of it.
Twice.
So that's one of the new features. Also,
for a long time, nothing
the 3DS and the 3DS XL, the new 3DS and the new 3DS XL have bigger screens. So the new 3DS has a bigger screen than the 3DS, and I think the new 3DS XL has a slightly bigger screen, but it is, as far as I remember, lighter than the 3DS XL. It now has a micro SD slot that is actually underneath the back panel, so you can pop off the back panel and pop in your micro SD card. And also, that gives you direct access.
Dan has a site he wants to just say.
I can't click. You got to
pornographic.
What's the point of the micro SD?
Well, for people that actually play the
DSXL
3DSs, you save your games or download games to your SD card. So now,
Yeah, but why does it have to be micro?
to take up less
Yeah.
space to
You can
put
do
it in.
finger scroll if you want.
No. I know
Well,
why.
you can look through this one.
I know why.
Can you look up battery
Because
life?
the micro,
please?
yeah, they are.
See if it
Those
says.
micro ones,
What?
super
On
tiny.
which
like
one?
your less
Yeah,
than the
micro
small
ones
of
are
your
like.
fingernail.
On the XL or the 3DS? Not XL.
Both of them.
And they put it on a
Battery
micro.
duration. The XL. Let me just make sure.
Matt TGF answered it. Thank you, Matt TGF. He says it's around the same, slightly better by 0.5 hours, so a half an hour better.
Can you smell this? I think it's sour laundry.
So, but if you use it a half hour less, then you get the same amount of battery life.
That's right.
It's sour
I like to
laundry.
keep my battery life the same, so I play half hour less.
Any other
But,
stuff you want me to look at?
No, not that I can
All I
think
was gonna say is that the micro SD card is so that you load up all your games and your saves and all this stuff, and then it's easier to lose. So then you have to go back and get it all again.
Well, it's underneath the back panel. It wouldn't
You
be
take it
easier
out.
to lose.
Take it out, it's
Well,
easier to lose.
it's not like an SD card is huge.
No, but a micro SD card is super
Smaller,
small.
yes. I guess if you're going to say one is easier to lose than the other, it would be the micro SD.
I handle a lot of them.
And also, there's some sort of like
There's a
wireless
lot of them.
transferring of like music and files to your computer or something like that. I don't know. I was watching it in Japanese, so I don't know. So there's that. The system has a better processor, so we will get games
Does
that
it have a blast processor?
yes, we get games that will only be playable on the new 3DS or the new 3DS XL. Now, before you get all worried about that, let us remember a time where the DSi came out. And obviously, for download games, you can only play those on a DSi. But when you talk about retail games that were DSi only, there were 5, I believe, or had DSi specific or enhanced
They all
features.
sucked.
So don't get all up in arms about it.
Well, what if I want to get all up in arms?
Well, then go right ahead.
I'm
you're
up
right.
in arms!
Well, there's the extra buttons, the ZR.
So
and
one of the exclusive that
ZL and ZR.
there are the ZL and ZR buttons now on there. So it's basically well, we're gonna get to that other big feature, but you have the two more shoulder buttons up top. But
Or grenades. For grenade throwing.
yes, always. What was I just saying?
There's also
No, don't say anything else. I'm doing this in a certain order. What the hell was I just saying?
I should write this
ZL
down.
and
You
ZR.
interrupted with the buttons, and now I
You were
forgot.
saying how wonderful they all are.
ZL.
Oh, processor. One of
Glass
the exclusive
processor.
games, glass processor, says Red Dragon. One of the exclusive games is Xenoblade Chronicles is getting a port to the new 3DS. So that is one of the games with the new processing power that is only possible on new 3DS and new 3DS XL.
Port of the Wii.
It is a full port of the Wii game,
Oh.
yes. Because Japan loves their portable RPGs, so obviously that's going to be a big deal over there. I also want to point out that we don't know if any of this is coming stateside. Obviously, the system is going to come our way. It's not going to be until 2015. They've already confirmed that. But like, I don't want to say like Xenoblade Chronicles is definitely coming here or anything like that.
Oh, but the biggest point of the entire system
I agree, Link Triforce.
are the colors of the X, Y, B, and A buttons.
Yes, now they
I
have
love
colorful buttons. The new 3DS has the same color buttons as the Super Nintendo in Europe or the Famicom. We had the gray and purple buttons.
Yeah.
And also the 3DS, or new 3DS XL has colored letters on the buttons rather than full colored buttons. I like the new 3DS buttons better. I wish those were on the new 3DS XL.
Well, I just hope that they don't get crackled and stuff. Like I said, I have like cracks. Nothing's chipped off, thankfully, but I have cracks in my buttons.
What else is there? There's no wireless
Oh, that's
switch
Sudoku.
anymore for turning off wireless.
Oh, that's Sudoku.
I don't play Sudoku on that.
Wireless is now turned off from the touchscreen, so no more actual physical toggle. The top screen has your 3D slider still, and the other side of it is your volume slider.
They moved the power button. Did you say
The
that?
power button is moved down to the front,
Brightness. or something.
like the actual front of the system, and that's where your stylus is as well.
Smaller size.
I don't know. I wasn't.
It didn't look like a telescope.
Yeah, it wasn't a telescope.
You can only use the small style stylus.
You can use whatever stylus you want.
I don't know. If it was
You can use a giant
smaller,
pen
it
if you
just
wanted to.
It didn't telescope.
Small stylus. All you can use. Gotta buy new ones.
Blue's
Small
very
style
upset
stylus.
about this
Small
system that he
style
doesn't own
stylus.
or
Small style
play. So
I
obviously,
might look at it one day.
Well, yeah, when you're stocking it at Walmart, there's one really big feature. The system does have a second analog stick, and Nintendo has gone back into their past to revive something that we still use as a joke, but now it's relevant. The C button is back. They are saying it was obviously inspired by the GameCube controller, so now the new 3DS XL and the new 3DS have a C stick for whatever developers feel like using it for. So, for example, Monster Hunter, it's going to be a big deal for Monster Hunter because you have that camera control right there, and you don't need a Circle Pad Pro or a Circle Pad Pro XL.
Ocarina.
Final Fantasy Explorers is going to use it. Obviously, lots of games are going to use it just because you get that extra camera control. So that's a really cool feature. It's the size of like a face button on your 3DS now. It's not like another full stick. It's the size of a button, but looks more than fine. So it comes out October in Japan. Nintendo wants me to point out that it has triple the clock speed of the 3DS out now.
So
that's the other
thing. So the clock goes faster?
Yes. Time.
So you can play Animal Crossing.
You can travel ahead in time with the new 3DS.
So wait. So the battery life is a half hour longer, but everything's going to drain 3 times faster.
That's right. I didn't even think of that.
But you got to use the C button to play the Song of Time in order to make that happen.
Nintendo also pointed out that this has NFC technology built in just like the Wii U gamepad does. So the Amiibo figurines, you just plop them down on the touchscreen and it does what the gamepad is going to do. Remember, if you're not upgrading to the new 3DS or the new 3DS XL, there will be an NFC, like, it looks like a hockey puck, that they're going to release for the 3DS version of Amiibo. So you can use your Amiibo figurines with that, but if you buy this new system, you won't have to do that.
I thought you were going to say if you don't get the new system, then none of your games will have characters in them.
That's right. And in Japan, the pricing is equivalent to the new 3DS is somewhere around like $160, and the new 3DS XL is somewhere around $180. So that's pretty good. Hopefully that'll be the pricing when it comes out here as well. I would imagine the highest they'll go is $2. But I really think they'll stick with the 180 and drop prices of other ones.
So we do know that it's coming to the States?
It is definitely coming to the States, just not this year. So it's coming out in October in Japan, and they have announced special bundles for it. For example, there's a Monster Hunter 4G over there bundle. It's a nice, like, brushed gunmetal version of the system with some with the Monster Hunter logo on it. And it comes with the game as well.
Oh, nice. It was nice of them to include Monster Hunter in their Monster Hunter bundle.
And the other big bundle is the new 3DS XL Smash Brothers bundle. So you get a new 3DS XL that comes with Smash Brothers. That's the red system that has the the major players in Smash Brothers. Their lineup on the front of the system, like angled, staring down the other side. Very cool. We saw that announced for Europe in a regular 3DS version, not a new 3DS version. So the new 3DS XL is getting that same awesome cover, but it's the Smash Brothers bundle. And then the one thing that the new 3DS does that the new 3DS XL doesn't do is changeable faceplates. So the front and back can slide off, and you can slide in custom faceplates, whatever you can buy, or I guess you can make too on your own.
Skins.
And if you're worried about Nintendo not releasing a lot of these, they have already announced 40 different versions that will be available at retail in Japan. So it seems like they're going to support it, and I imagine people will make their own right away.
They'll support it for the first couple months, and then forget about it.
So I'm kind of sad that the new 3DS XL doesn't have that, but the new 3DS XL is all like brushed metal style. I don't think it's actual metal, but that's how it appears. So they're going with, like, you know, new 3DS XL is for, like, the gamers, and new 3DS is for, like, the more, like, you know, not gamers, because gamers can buy that as well, but it's the more, like, customizable, make it your own. Oh, that's right. Nintendo also points out losers. That we're getting a firmware update in October that also offers themed menus. So you'll be able to go on the eShop and check out menu themes to change the look of your 3DS. So you can have a menu theme for A Link Between Worlds, or there's a Famicom one, or whatever else.
Racing one.
Racing one, sure. And then you could have like an Animal Crossing theme on your menu to match your faceplates on your new 3DS.
Yeah, so like the
got.
fonts will be different.
Yes.
Kind of like the Xbox dashboard where
Yes.
you could have different.
But it's like new images and everything. Oh, and music too. Music that fits the theme that you have.
Oh, that's cute.
So lots of stuff was announced. Lots of cool stuff. Like I said, we're not worrying about that here this year because it ain't coming out here this year.
No.
But Nintendo has already pre-ordered his import, so when he gets that in October, I'm sure he will be
What theme is he gonna pick?
very excited to show us. There you go, Nintendo. What theme are you going to download for your system? Did you get any faceplates? Or whatever the hell they're called? So that's exciting news.
Ordered the Isabel one.
Is that what he said? You saw the Isabel one and you were like, ooh, I like it.
No, I really do.
Who's Isabel?
She's the puppy dog.
The aide
Secretary.
to the mayor. I'm going to crystal one.
She kind of, Vicky Hill, does what your mom does.
Mm-hmm.
Complains a lot.
Cooks.
Oh!
Pushes me around.
Too much food.
Take that.
She's a town clerk.
She runs the town.
Oh.
So that was the big part of this Nintendo Direct. Very exciting. Very
And the
cool
mayor
stuff.
gets all the credit.
Yeah.
I like it. So there you go. We got the big stuff out of the way. Well, there is other big stuff, but that's the big stuff. This week we shared with you exclusive new screens for Adventure Time: The Secret of the Nameless Kingdom, which is coming to 3DS.
Man, they are pumping out the games.
And also
Adventure
got
Time this, Adventure Time that, Adventure
How
Time
many
this.
Adventure Time? Well,
This is the third one.
yeah, I was gonna say if you're not counting like computer and mobile
Oh, man.
stuff, because there's more. Yes.
Don't even get me
What?
started.
Dan also got the Monster Hunter Piggy, Green Mario,
Oh,
Oh,
the
he got a
Rosetta
lot.
Pillars.
This
And
game is
that's
also
it.
coming to Xbox 360, I believe. Yes.
Nope,
Margaret.
that was it.
Pulling some G's
And
on those
another
neon
system.
wheels.
Right, with pegs.
So we got some exclusive screens.
Those
So
cars
thank you
right there
to
should
those
be
guys for
grinding
sending
on
us
the
over.
guardrail.
Wow, those screens got 16,000 views. Holy moly. Well, thank you for checking that out, guys.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna go right into the dumpster.
Did you come back?
So, like I said, I've been working very hard lately to try and get you guys exclusives because that's the one thing you said you wanted more. So we've had a buttload of exclusives.
So I
The
quit.
Adventure Time picks, the Nefarious stuff was this week. The Zeo Drifter Diary #4 was this week. So we've had 3 exclusives in 1 week.
People are complaining there's not enough exclusives. You got an exclusive podcast every week.
That's right.
You
Oh,
can't
yeah, I
get this
should do
business
that.
anywhere else.
I should be nice and do what I said I was going to do.
Yeah, you really should.
Take your shirt off.
I need my wallet.
Oh.
Hey, wow.
Well, everybody, here's my credit card information.
I like to keep the podcast honest.
This is
so we're giving away
exclusive.
money!
This is exclusive. Here it is. It's a Visa.
So we were looking, or I was looking for a
Love in all the wrong
shop
places.
that sold retro games, like, you know, NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy, all those. Because GameStop doesn't do that anymore, obviously.
And Funko Land isn't anywhere to be found.
What does GameStop do? Like, I think they go back to GameCube and PS2, and that's it.
All I see
And
is
Xbox.
All I see is Xbox 360.
So those days are gone.
Where,
So I
there
was
was
looking.
one on 22, right? Like
Yeah, there
down
was a
by
Funko
like,
Land at 22.
by like White Castle.
I was looking in Jersey, and there wasn't too many stores that were close. So I was like, oh, let me check Pennsylvania because we're close to Pennsylvania anyway.
Oh, I remember.
There was a place.
I seem to remember going to a store in Pennsylvania, and you bought like a copy of Green Dog.
I did?
Yeah.
Man,
You
when was
haven't
this?
guessed it, right?
I think so. How long ago was this?
Had to have been a couple of years at least.
Man, I don't remember
I
anything.
think it was like might have been like a mom and pop shop. I forget.
I remember somebody who worked in Phillipsburg gave us the name of the place to go.
Well, maybe this
Where
is
was
it,
the
and I
place?
forgot. So this place it's in Easton. And I was reading about it, and I was like, oh, it looks pretty cool. We went there yesterday, and it was amazing. They had, like, tons and tons of retro games for all old school systems going as far back as, like, Atari and ColecoVision. And
Commodore
then
64?
it's a really long store. So the first front,
It's in like
or
an
the
old
first
building
half,
in Easton. So
is huge, and it's jam-packed with old games. And then the second half is an old-school arcade with like all old arcade games, which I meant to go back and look at, but I
he
forgot.
was too excited.
It's called the Game Gallery. You can visit them at the-game-gallery.com. I haven't even been to their website yet, but check it out. They had awesome stuff.
We
I
met
came
the
away with
owner?
like 7 games yesterday.
Angel, and he was like super nice and like
Everybody was really friendly.
yeah, like they were all very helpful.
It felt like a mom and pop store where like everybody was like friends and like went there and hung out and just played games or whatever. But it was busy. Like there were
Yeah,
people in and out all the time. You can go
Absolutely.
there and trade in. I don't know if they take trade-ins on their website. They might, but you can trade in your old systems and games to get credit or cash or whatever. But you can follow them on Facebook too. That's how I found out about them. But it was awesome. I came away with a bunch of awesome games that I wanted. Like I got Tetris Attack for $10.
Did they have that sports game that's worth like millions?
No, but you know what they had?
Did they have the ET game?
They
from
had
the
an
desert?
in-box copy of Snatcher for Sega CD.
That is pretty rare.
I meant to. What?
Was it sealed?
Yeah, what, was it like $500?
It didn't have a price on it. It was in a locked case with
So no
other
one
games.
snatched it?
Yes, and other games in there have prices on them, like $45, $50. Snatcher didn't have a price. I meant to ask and I forgot, but we're gonna go back. Because if it's like
We're gonna go back and steal it.
Snatch.
I don't know, if it's less than $100, I'd be really, because I have a Sega CD, I'd be really tempted to get it. But
This is
Yeah,
what I
I'm
get when I
guessing
go
it's
to
more
the
than
gamegallery.com.
Is it the dash game dash?
Oh, you're gonna go back and
That's what
it's
I
just gonna
did.
be an empty building.
well, look them up on Facebook. Then.
And
The
then
Game
when I
Gallery on
asked if the
Facebook.
game gallery would ever be back, he said he didn't know.
We'll go back next time. It'll be gone. It was never there.
It was
I'll
all a
never
dream.
get my copy of Snatcher now.
So yeah, they had Snatcher. They had an in-box, unopened copy of Night Trap for Sega CD. They had a whole bunch of stuff. They had like
But you don't want to open the box.
unlicensed NES games made by people today. So they had like brand new Castlevania games not made by Konami on actual NES cartridges.
Oh, do they have that remade version of Simon's Quest? What's it called?
They did, yeah. They had 3 cartridges up front. One of them was a compilation of Castlevania games all updated. The next one was that Simon's Quest, and then the other one was one I'd never even heard of. But they had it in a locked display.
Sounds like a front. You ask me. There's all sorts of illegal operations going on there. I'm pretty sure.
What other great stuff did they have?
Children.
Majora's Mask.
Inbox.
Inbox, like unopened,
Unopened.
$100.
But their prices were really good for like your average stuff. The most expensive game I bought was $14, and it was for the Super Nintendo. Everything else was like $10, $5, $8.
Now, if they had an original GoldenEye unopened,
I didn't see it.
that would be a lot more than $100.
They had I don't know. Everybody's got GoldenEye, but being unopened, I don't know. They had your
Battle tanks?
no. Oh, they might have. I didn't.
Turok?
I didn't look. I didn't really go through the N64 stuff.
Oh.
They had your Godzilla game for GameCube. Remember that one you
Oh.
played? Front and center. They
Don't
had
you
it.
have that here someplace?
It might be here
Was
somewhere.
that, it was your game that we were
Uh,
playing? Oh, no, wait, no, it's not. That is my game, because it was that grab bag
Yeah.
Christmas thing that you got everybody.
Did I do that? I
Yeah.
don't remember.
So I still own that Godzilla game.
Was it me? Or was that Grant?
Well, I told your brother
I
about it.
remember doing that one.
I thought it was you where you had like a thing full of just like cheap games and we all reached in and grabbed one. And I got Godzilla and I was so happy.
You played it a lot.
That's Focus All Attacks.
You got him on Facebook.
Yeah, because they said it all the time.
So yeah, we went there and that was awesome. So I was talking to the guy and I said I will make sure to mention you on the podcast. So that's what I did.
Exclusive.
There's another exclusive for you for all of our Easton listeners.
They had Pogs, by
It
the
was
way.
awesome. Yes,
And
they had
when we were
Pogs. They had a Macho Man Randy Savage Slim Jim Edition lunchbox. Yes, I heard that like 3 days ago. It's still alive. They had a New Kids on the Block lunchbox. They had a Ren and Stimpy puzzle.
So it's not just video games.
Well,
all kinds of
like
random
90%
crap.
is video games, but up front they had like old 90s toys and stuff. Yeah. So
Alright,
it's
what do you
awesome.
need to know?
Boxes of Dunkaroos.
No, I just wanted
Oh,
to know.
he was. Ew.
Yeah.
He was telling
They,
us.
they still
Only
sell
allowed
Dunkaroos
to-
in Canada.
only allowed to eat 90s food and stuff.
Well, he was like, once they have like a couple of leaks and things they have to fix. He's like, we're gonna be all 90s at like this. We're gonna make this place totally 90s. And I was like,
I was like, oh, it's pretty 90s right now.
Rude Dog
What
t-shirts.
the hell game was I looking at when that one guy started talking to me?
Big Johnson.
Oh, Shaq Fu. He's like, I'm sorry, I wasn't even looking at Shaq Fu. And he's like, I'm sorry we don't have any new copies of Shaq Fu. And I was like, oh, I'm so disappointed. He's like, I know, it's a big seller. But yeah, everybody there was super friendly. It was just awesome all around. All right, let's do regular news. What do we got? 34?
We just did regular news. That was the
Well,
regular news.
Then I'll go to only important stuff.
We already did that.
That
That
I
was the
deem
new
important.
3DS.
We had our Zeo Drifter Dev Diary number 4 this week
That's
from our
nice.
friends at Renegade Kid.
How is that important?
Because it's an
Exclusive.
exclusive Dev Diary, and we are the only site you can get this news from.
Well, just go to the site and look at it. We're not talking about it on the podcast.
All right, what would you like to talk about then? Because everything we talk about on the podcast, you can get on the site.
And
Is there
PD
any other
numbers.
site that can post that stuff?
But we can
though?
get that on.
Link back to you?
Huh?
Can somebody else post
Oh
it
yeah,
link back to
that's
you?
fine. They don't have to link back to me either. They should, but they don't have to. Next week is NPD.
No, why should I then?
Zeo Drifter, this week's Dev Diary was about the creation of level art, enemy movement patterns, particle development, and stuff like that. So you get to see a look at how Renegade Kid was designing level layout to try and make it look more visually interesting, and I show you a comparison between 2 hallways and things.
Was that the game that you were showing us a few weeks ago?
Yes.
Oh, that is a pretty good exclusive.
Yes. And I have gotten new builds since then, so a lot has changed. Now that
So-
whole 4th level actually looks like a level now.
Does it still say just like boss?
Bosses are still not in place, but the doors to the bosses and everything works. So, but now, like when you pick up things, they make sound effects, and there's like jingles when you get important stuff. And yes, it's now I can actually get hurt too, which is a big, so things have changed. But make sure to check out that Dev Diary as always every Sunday night into Monday morning. We will have a new Dev Diary for Zeo Drifter. Like I said, the trailer's in the works. I don't know when the trailer's going to come out, but as in the development history, we are at July 14th. That was the last Dev Diary. So the last Dev Diary I showed you was written on July 14th, posted on August 25th.
This is old news.
Real old. Europe, this week's digital download.
Communicating by mail. It
Europe.
takes a while for it to get
SteamWorld's Dig is available on the Wii U eShop, finally. And in Europe, our friends get a special deal. If you own the 3DS game, you get the Wii U version at a cheaper price. SteamWorld, I don't need to tell you about it. SteamWorld Dig is awesome. Go play. Mario Kart 8, the Mercedes-Benz DLC came out, and it is free. So if you want some Mercedes-Benz cars for Mario and his friends, such as the Mercedes-Benz GLA, the 300 SL Roadster, and the legendary Silver Arrow, you can get those 3 free cars.
Do they go fast?
Yes.
Was Mercedes the company that actually had like a Mario Kart themed commercial?
Yes, it was. They had a guy dress up like
That's
Mario in their new car, and a Goomba, a real weird-looking Goomba. Mario Golf Advanced Tour is available on the Wii U Virtual Console. This is the GBA game. There are a whole bunch of Zen Pinball 2 deals. So the Walking Dead table, you get a free trial. You get a free trial of the Doctor Strange table. You get a free trial of the Deadpool table, and you get a free trial of the Guardians of the Galaxy table.
Table?
Pinball, yeah.
yeah, they're called tables.
On the 3DS shop is Outback Pet Rescue 3D. Welcome to the Outback. It's your job to nurture and love
There's
the
a
wild
big
animals
guy eating your baby.
of Australia and bring them back to health. Treat sick and injured animals on site, or bring them back to your station. Take your Jeep and drive out to care for helpless animals on the spot. Find lost baby animals and care for them until you can return them to the wild.
Mr. Smithers, that moose is on fire.
Mega Man 5 is available on the Virtual Console for the 3DS. This is the Game Boy version. The last of the Game Boy Mega Man series begins with the hero being defeated at the hands of a new foe, Terra. Mega Man returns to fight upgraded with the Mega Arm, vowing to defeat Terra and repel his army of star
Mega
droids,
Arm.
evil robots from space.
Got a lot of time alone to get that Mega Arm.
Mega Man has robots of his own to support him, though. Rush the robot dog returns and is joined by newcomer Tango, the cybernetic cat. Plus, collect power chips to unlock new upgrades in Dr. Light's lab. You'll need all your skills to defeat the alien invaders.
I'm Tango, the walking cat.
And finally, there is the Secrets of the Titanic 1912 to 2012. That is that has a special sale that ends September 11th. And that's your European downloads. A sizable week with some big games in there, so hopefully you guys are excited about that, but I doubt it.
A sizable rump.
So
Tango's totally in my face.
Martin says, if you don't get SteamWorld Dig, then frankly you don't deserve a Wii U. In fact, I'll happily take the Wii U off anyone who doesn't get it. I'm morally questionable like that. No, you're right. Everybody that has a Wii U should get that game.
I didn't get it.
You don't get anything. We're going to skip that.
Swear to God,
You don't get anything but disappointment.
A new Pokemon game was announced for Japan only right now, and for arcades only.
Is it named after a color? Is it like Pokemon Teal?
No.
Pokemon Leaf?
No.
Pokemon Blow?
No.
Pokemon Marmalade.
Hello, Invader.
That sounds nice.
Believe it or not, it is a fighting game made by the people behind Tekken.
They're all fighting
Pokemon
games.
Warriors.
And it's called, I guess it's pronounced Pokken, because Pokemon.
Oh, I get it.
Pokken Tournament. It is an arcade fighting game with Pokemon. It'll be launching in 2015. Coming to arcades first, so I'm sure it'll pop up on Wii U at some point.
Sure.
You can check out a trailer of the game in action where he's, I don't know who it is, Lucario and, I don't know, Machamp, let's say.
Machamp.
I'm sure I'm wrong, but I know it's Lucario.
Cubone.
It's definitely not Cubone.
Machamp.
The developers wanted to point out that there are not going to be just fighting types of Pokemon in this game. There will be other types such as, water and whatever. Holy crap, Nintendo says I am right. Machamp was the correct answer.
So they're going to be like Pokemon fatalities?
I don't think... Well, there's no fatalities in Tekken, so...
Lucario
they're
going
just
to
make each other pass
use
out.
his mental powers and rip out another Pokemon's heart or something?
Pass out. There was a review this week of SteamWorld Dig on the Wii U by Egmond. He gave us a look at the game on Wii U and what he thought of it. Here's a hint. It's awesome. We don't need to do that. I'll read these very quickly. Xenoblade Chronicles X, so the Monolith Soft game coming to Wii U. The developers at Monolith Soft say that the game is going to be more than 5 times larger than Xenoblade Chronicles, which was quite a big game. So that's pretty exciting. No specific release date for that game just yet. Mr. Anti-Guy says, I can't be the only person that read that in Booker T's voice, right? And this has me excited, seeing Xenoblade was enormous. What
did he read in Booker T's voice?
I think he is the only one. Unless Booker T read it.
In-game map. Oh, 5 times. 5 times. That's why I read it in Booker T's voice. X's in-game map is going to be 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. New DLC was, I want to say leaked, but kind of leaked. But later in the day, there was an official press release, so it might have been somebody just caught it before Nintendo got the press release out. But there's new DLC coming to Mario Kart 8, and it is huge.
The Mercedes edition.
It is huge.
Mercedes-Benz edition.
There's going to be 2 packs that they've announced. The first pack comes out in November 2014. This pack includes 3 new characters, 4 new vehicles, and 8 new courses. Another 8 new tracks. Who are the characters in this one? Tanuki Mario, Cat Peach, and for the first time ever...
Is it Diddy? You're getting your Diddy?
Link. Link is joining Mario Kart. Here he is, driving a motorcycle. There he is, in a Hyrule car.
So he's not in a horse while they're all on
Somebody said that bike better be named Epona when I play that game.
Eponia.
So, yes, Link is joining the Mario Kart roster. Also, if you'll take notice in this pictures, what is that called? Wario's Mine or Wario's Old Mine or whatever it is. That's going to be a returning track. But there is an F-Zero kart now. There will be an F-Zero track. And there's also going to be, in the corner down here, an Excite Bike track. So that's the first pack to come out in November. I'm very excited about that. Then the second pack comes out in May. And this includes 3 more characters, 4 more vehicles, and another 8 courses. The characters in this one are the Villager from Animal Crossing, Isabelle from Animal Crossing, and Dry Bowser, the skeletal version of Bowser. What tracks we got here? We have what looks like to me a Legend of Zelda track. There's also an Animal Crossing track. So very cool DLC coming to Mario Kart. Super exciting stuff.
Are any of the courses for the battle mode?
Battle? Not that we know of right now.
You said. Sorry, go ahead.
I'd like to point out that Nintendo can tell you, I'm sure, but the pricing on these is awesome. I think you can get both for like $12. And
That is pretty awesome pricing.
you can pre-order right now, which unlocks. So you could pay for it now, and you get, I believe, like 8 different colored Yoshis that you can play as right now in the game.
Oh my gosh!
So you could just pay.
Different colors!
Well, they're saying if you want to pay now and get a special price, then we'll also give you content now.
They're all different shades.
Instead of paying now,
He's just holding his
Dan
breath
says
on.
1 pack 8 and both 12.
there you go. 1 pack for $8, both packs for $12. So obviously you know which one to get.
Well, I mean,
What if you only have $8 to
Yeah.
spend?
or 10.
You don't have. If you only have $8 to spend, how'd you get a Wii U and Mario Kart?
Because you're a kid and you have a gift
If
card.
you only have $8, maybe you better like use that for food.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're
If you only have $8, then you'll be dead by the time this comes out.
You're a kid, that's why you don't know.
What if you are a kid and you turn 8 and your Nana gives you $8 for turning 8?
Then go in
For
your Nana's
$10.
purse and steal $4 more. It's as simple as that. She's an old bat. She ain't know what goes
Don't
on.
steal your Nana's hard-earned
Steal
Social
your Pop-Tarts.
Security.
Yeah, I know.
money.
She's stealing it from us. I
You know
don't pay
Nana's getting
checks
that
every
money by
week.
turning tricks on
She
the
paid
corner.
into it too.
Dan says it's a bonus for purchasing both packs as a bundle or separately. You can get 8 different colored Yoshis and 8 different colored Shy Guys that can be used right away.
Mr. Thee had the first comment, and he said,
Lame.
"What?" Yeah, it looks like something you'd see like a fan make and be like, "No, that's not true," but it was true.
So, I just
Make it
wanted to
up.
say, you said F-Zero, and it reminded me, I guess it was
It
a
reminded me of
Super
F-Zero.
Nintendo. I guess it was a Super Nintendo commercial, where Paul Rudd was in it. Did you see that?
Yes, it's a Super Nintendo commercial with Paul Rudd. It's true.
Crazy.
And
One of the games that they showed was F-Zero.
Yeah, we'll skip that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mimo says that it's important for Nintendo to stick to creating games for dedicated gaming platforms. He says, as I said before, there are always people who really want to get deeply into a game. We want to create and they want to experience something unprecedented all the time. For us to meet these goals, we need the dedicated hardware that is designed to cater to the needs of those avid gamers. People might say that software is software. No! A unique software experience can always be realized with unique hardware that has a unique interface. That's why I believe Nintendo is and will be sticking to these dedicated gaming machines. So there you go. If you're worried about Nintendo only doing health stuff, that's not going to be the case. First comment comes from Vaunter, and they say, this is a very daring point. Since most of the industry are kind of assimilating the same means of making business and games, mainly PC specs and graphical prowess. Although I still think Nintendo could take the power of the ocean for several years, although I don't know if it's a stand worth taking. My opinion, guys, not a statement.
Oh, he means the Blue Ocean?
Yes. What is this? Eggman also did an interview. Here's another exclusive this week. Eggman did an interview with Disparity Games for Ninja Pizza Girl. which was a Kickstarter game that got funded for, I believe it got funded for Wii U. So he talks to the dev team about that. And it's an Australian company, and Eggman is in Australia, so he was very excited to do this interview with them to see what his home developers are up to. So it's described as a side-scrolling action platformer akin to Mirror's Edge. So you can check that out. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are getting a limited edition in Europe. Got a nice metal tin to slot your game into, so you can check that out. I'm not reading comments on these just because we're pressed for time and I'm skipping through to the bigger stuff. This week's North American downloads. We got Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney on the 3DS eShop. Long time coming, but finally available. Azure Striker Gunvolt, which I can't recommend enough. You should check that game out. It's finally available. Thorium Wars, Attack of the Skyfighter. Pilot one of 3 Skyfighters across alien worlds to protect Earth. Push your dogfighting skills to their limits in its futuristic 3D aerial shooter. On the Virtual Console on Wii U.
The thorium, one of the enemies you fight in Mass Effect, the first one, the plant guy.
Oh yeah.
No relation. On the Virtual Console for Wii U is Mega Man X3. On Wii U in North America, just as it was in Europe, is SteamWorld Dig. Also available is The Fall, which looks quite interesting. Explore an alien world in this unique blend of action gameplay and adventure game puzzles. Take on the role of Arid, an artificial intelligence with a high-tech combat suit, as you struggle to save the suit's unconscious human occupant. Get ready for a disturbing and engrossing journey as you explore the world of The Fall. I believe Nintendo played it.
Wait,
it looks pretty
the
interesting.
person in the suit is unconscious. You're the suit, and you control the person for them?
You are Arid, the artificial intelligence that is in the combat suit. So the suit is working to save the person inside, because I believe the game starts with you falling from space from some accident, and you crash land on this planet.
That's crazy.
So the man inside is obviously, or girl, is knocked out, and Arid comes out to try and save you. Pretty cool idea, I think. Super Little Acorns 3D Turbo is 50% off.
Is it a cool idea? Because you're still controlling the character as if you were still the character.
Soccer Up 3D is 71% off. Very specific. Coming soon, Nobunaga's Ambition on the Wii U Virtual Console. That comes out September 4th. And one of the greatest games Capcom has ever made. Street Fighter 2010, The Final Fight, is available on the Wii U Virtual Console September 1st. I like how Capcom combined 2 franchises into one title, and this Street Fighter has nothing to do. Well, it has something to do with Street Fighter, but it doesn't play like Street Fighter.
Are you fighting on a street?
No.
I only saw that RPG from Angry Video Game.
Yep, it's like outer space, and it's like an action platformer.
It's almost like like Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be awesome if it was turn-based, like a turn-based fighting game the entire time.
Also new this week on the Wii U Virtual Console is Donkey Kong Jr. Math and Outback Pet Rescue 3D on the 3DS. So a good week for us as well.
Oh, stretch it out, buddy.
Nintendo says, is this the first time that a Virtual Console title is randomly released on a Monday? If I had that question, I would have asked you. So if you don't know, then I definitely don't know. First comment comes from Cube Enigma, and he says, need both Azure Striker Gunvolt and SteamWorld. Can't wait to dig in HD. Really, Azure Striker Gunvolt and SteamWorld Dig in the same week. That's awesome. That's 2 very good games right there. If you missed out on SteamWorld Dig on a 3DS, definitely get the Wii U version. I cannot recommend that game enough. And this is coming from someone who wanted nothing to do with the game when it was first announced. But thank you to Nintendo's videos, I was like, oh, maybe this is something I would actually like.
My feet.
Somebody's gassy Charlie.
Gassy Charlie. There are over 80 games in development for the Wii U that use the Unity engine, and 90% of Wii U's are connected online. There's a little statistic for you. Bucking the trends. I'll skip Sakura and talk about that. We did all the important stuff from the Nintendo Direct.
What'd you play?
Not yet. We got the official information on Amiibo and some other bundles for North America. The first 12 Amiibo interactive figurines become available for pre-order now. They are available now. At the suggested retail price of $13 each, the first dozen characters available for pre-order include Mario, Peach, Link, Samus, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Pikachu, Kirby, Fox, Marth, Villager, and Wii Fit Trainer. So those are your first 12 Amiibos available for pre-order right now. They are dominating Amazon's video game section right now. Out of the top 20 video game-related products on Amazon, Amiibos are 11. Anybody care to guess who the best-selling Amiibo is right now?
Link.
Link is the right answer.
Wow.
Anybody care to guess the second best-selling?
Mario.
No.
Peach.
No.
Luigi.
No.
Toad.
No.
Kirby.
No.
Yoshi.
No. Samus.
What?
Yeah.
A girl.
Mario was like middle of the pack somewhere.
Metroid's a
girl. So obviously you can use these in Smash Brothers. So get excited.
Obviously.
Bayonetta 2 got an official release date.
Is Bayonetta going to be in Smash Brothers?
No.
Why not?
No.
It's not.
Are you stupid?
You're stupid. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire on November 21st. I know Bayonetta's October. I'm looking for the specific date.
Bayonetta would be a good Smash for this guy.
Bayonetta 2 is on October 24th. So there you go, an official date for North America. That's very exciting news. Now remember, you can get Bayonetta. Oh God, I don't even want to say this because you're here. You buy Bayonetta 2, and for the price of Bayonetta 2, you also get Bayonetta 1.
For no additional cost.
No additional cost.
The end.
The end. Next
So you
topic.
buy one, get one for no additional cost.
There's some new bundles available this holiday season, including the Super Mario 3D World Deluxe set. That is Super Mario 3D World and Nintendo Land packed into a Wii U console for the price of $300. A Walmart exclusive Mario Kart 8 Deluxe set. This is in September. A special edition Wii U bundle that includes a console along with Mario Kart 8 and Nintendo Land. This will also be $300. This is only available while supplies last, so there will not be a restock on this. New 2DS bundles. There will be 3 new 2DS bundles. These include an Electric Blue, Crimson Red, or Sea Green 2DS, along with Mario Kart 7. This comes for the low, low price of $130. So the game, Mario Kart 7, and the 2DS, and your choice of 3 colors for $130. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is still lined up for this year in North America, so we're hanging on to that 2014 release date while poor Europe got pushed back to 2015. Hyrule Warriors DLC is going to be available. They confirmed it for here. Buy the game on September 26th. Receive access to a free download that adds a new mode, a new weapon, and an option to select music to add to the Hyrule Warriors experience. Pokemon Art Academy is on October 24th. We don't need to talk about that anymore. Art Academy in general for the Wii U, that's still coming out 2014. Ultimate NES Remix, the new 3DS game, will be available in stores and in the eShop on December 5th. This is a $30 game, and it includes challenges and mashups from a selection of 16 of Nintendo's NES games. Regional online leaderboards are also included, and there's a championship mode as well. NES Remix Pack for the Wii U is available on December 5th for $30. That includes NES Remix 1 and 2. So if you did not download those, you can now get both for the price of $30. Fantasy Life, which is a game I was not interested in and I'm now very interested in, has been confirmed for October 24th. This is a level 5 game for the 3DS. It's an action-adventure game that I'm quite excited about. You pick I guess, your life, your profession or whatever, your life class. We get the local and online multiplayer. Well, the online multiplayer was in Fantasy Life Link in Japan, but they've added that to Fantasy Life for North America. And some of the other Fantasy Life Link content that was included in the retail game in Japan is going to be downloadable in North America. So the Origin Island content will be DLC. Released when this press release came out, we didn't know release dates or anything about it, but they are out now. DDD's Drum Dash Deluxe and Kirby Fighters Deluxe. These are two modes that run Kirby Triple Deluxe. They've been expanded into full games on their own, and you can now download them on the 3DS eShop.
Are they good?
You would really like the Kirby's Fighter Deluxe because it plays pretty much like Smash Brothers, but only with Kirby's and all like Kirby abilities. I like the DDD's Drum Dash one because it's music related, so you wouldn't like it. Indie games. Stealth Inc. 2 is still coming out this year. That is a Wii U exclusive. That's due out fall. Swords and Soldiers 2 is still due out this year. Azure Striker Gunvolt came out. We talked about the themes for the 3DS menu. They're due out in October. More than 60 third-party games are coming to Nintendo platforms this year, including highlights like Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric, Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal, Sonic and Sonic and Sonic. So lots of stuff this week for Nintendo fans. Lots of really good news, lots of interesting stuff going on. First comment comes from NintyFan87, and they say, "Holy crap! I can't wait to pre-order my amiibos and ask for them for Christmas. Hooray! Great news all around. Also, costumes for Hyrule Warriors. The pre-order DLC will be able to be purchased in Nintendo eShop separately. Yes, yes, and yes." So yeah, if you were upset that the Hyrule Warriors pre-order bonus costumes were retailer specific, you don't have to be sad about that now because you'll be able to go on the eShop and download them as well. Skull Kid is online right now, so I'll read his comment. If that $13 becomes what?
Good job, Skull Kid.
He wants it to be cheaper, I guess.
You know, you got the gist of it. If that $13 so roughly cheaper.
Reggie has
$13.
Yeah.
$13.
Reggie has made good on his promise, and he has taken the Ice Bucket Challenge, and they posted their official video on the YouTube channel. They made a whole day of it at Nintendo, and various Nintendo employees have taken the Ice Bucket Challenge for ALS. You can see Reggie getting drenched alongside other Nintendo employees, and they all made donations as well. So Reggie was challenged by the head of Microsoft, I believe.
Bill Gates?
And no, Microsoft's game division. Phil Spencer, I think. Mr. Thee says, "Well, that was cute. Good on them to spice up the monotonous trend." Yeah, they did it like real Double Dare style. They made like a whole like metal contraption to pull a rope and drop the bucket on them. That slow-mo shot towards the end will make a nice GIF later. Yes, they have a slow-mo shot of Reggie getting drenched, and I thought the same thing. Our final top story, Mr. Sakaguchi. Hironobu Sakaguchi, the man behind classics like Chrono Trigger and
Chrono Trigger Deluxe.
numerous RPGs. He also made The Last Story for Wii, and he was asked about a sequel. He's at PAX right now. There's a PAX panel, and he was asked about the potential for a sequel by someone in the crowd, and he said, "Okay, yeah, you talk to Nintendo about it," and everybody laughed. And the moderator asked the crowd if they would like to see a sequel for the game on Wii U, and the crowd applauded and cheered. And Mr. Sakaguchi laughed about it and said, "Maybe PlayStation 4 too," and everybody laughed. So nothing official, but he's open to the idea. But Mr. Sakaguchi said that he says that Nintendo always keeps people on their toes when it comes to new hardware, and he's quite excited about the new 3DS announcement, and he hopes he'll have a chance to work on it. So there you go. Sakaguchi, keep him busy. First comment comes from Rack Attack Force, and he says, "Nope, don't care. Content with my XL, waiting for the XL version of the true successor. You can't convince me to upgrade now. None of you can, unless you have a brand new Metroid for our gaming pleasure. So nope, not getting it. Can't convince me unless you make this game, then I'll buy it." He started off so strong in his convictions, and then ended by saying, "But if they make this, I'll get it." Those are your top stories. All right.
What's in the news?
What did everybody play? Kirby, what'd you play?
Nothing really.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nicky Hill, what'd you play?
I played through and finished The Last Story of Us.
You did it!
No, The Last of Us.
Yeah, we know.
Wow.
I know.
Last of Us.
Wow.
More water problems.
Oh, thank you to you guys for adding questions
Did
to
they
the
give you lots
podcast
of
questions
deals?
section. There's a lot
What's that?
more now. Thank you. I appreciate it.
There was a
We
lot
could
of
always
things
use more, though.
being felt.
Did you get the good ending?
That's the only ending, I guess.
No spoilers.
And then I started Ocarina of Time 3D on the 3DS, and my hands hurt because the system was just so tiny in my hands. I don't know. I've just been finding my hands are very uncomfortable, but I'm doing
As
that.
we get older, our hands cramp up when we play portables. I notice
Take
it,
acid.
too.
No,
Take an aspirin.
I'm gonna either have to I'm gonna stick with the 3DS, but
Kryptonite.
I don't know if I'm gonna get the new system. B, if I do, I'm gonna have to get the XL.
Playing Space Invaders back in the 70s.
I've been playing and it's really uncomfortable.
Video game?
It really is.
Lube, what have you been playing?
I've been working. I've had no time.
Mom Ray, what have you been playing? You've given up on Majora's
I
Mask.
haven't given up on it. I just haven't been able to play. When I've been wanting to play, there's been use of the television. Thursday night I might have played, but
Is that true, Romy? Have you been denying her
no,
playtime?
I'm not denying.
How many times did you ask to use the TV to play?
I didn't because I knew it was in use.
Well,
I
Ray,
mean,
I think you need to
I
be more
occupied the TV
direct.
for 4 days.
Perhaps.
I think she's just scared
3
of
or 4
it.
days, so I apologize.
Yep, that's it. She's scared of the pervert.
I don't so much.
So did you play anything?
I don't think I did. I feel like I might have. But I guess I didn't.
What did I play this week? I played a buttload of stuff. I played
Fancy new retro.
Azure Striker Gunvolt. I played SteamWorld Dig because I am reviewing that for Nintendo Force. I played Extreme Sports, Way Forward's Game Boy Color game.
You love sports.
Because I am reviewing that for Nintendo Force. I love Way Forward. I do not love sports, but I was interested to try the game because I heard it was a mix of Pokemon and extreme sports. And it
Which I
really
love.
is. That's exactly what it is. You walk around a giant, like,
Giants.
town, place,
Arena.
I don't know, sports park, and you meet rivals, and
Other
you talk
sports
to them, and
guys
they
and you do
challenge you.
sports.
And then you make them faint.
You beat sports guys in sports. There's sports like skateboarding,
That's pretty extreme.
surfing,
Oh, extreme. Kelly Slater.
Sports surfing.
skyboarding, so dropped out of a plane and you
Skyboarding?
sky surf.
That's not a real thing.
Sky
I
Sports.
think it is. Pretty sure it is. What else is in there?
Probably street luge.
There is!
I know my extreme sports.
There's 5 and
Do
we're
they have,
missing 1.
do they have foot bag?
No foot bag. I can't believe you got street luge. What the hell is the other one?
Is it like scooter or motocross?
Oh.
Extreme Segway.
Segways weren't around then. Came out like, this was out on the Game Boy Color. If somebody wants to look up what that other one is, I'd appreciate it. 'Cause
Is it
it's
just like
driving me nuts.
BMXing?
No. God, what is it?
Rollerblading?
And I want to say rollerblading is in there.
Street hockey.
Yeah,
or
I think
something?
you're right. I think you're right.
I know extreme.
I know, right? So I played that. Did I play anything on new systems this week? No. No. So yes, I got myself a Retron 5.
Oh, it's extreme spelled just extreme.
It's very extreme, yeah. I got myself a Retron 5, so I've been playing that this week. And that's why I'm buying retro games, and I have all the other retro games here. For those who don't know, the Retron 5 plays NES, Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, Sega Genesis, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games, all on one system.
So there's street luge, skateboarding, inline skating,
There
surfing,
you
and
go. Inline
skyboarding.
skate. You're right, Luke. You know your extreme sports.
If there's
thank you,
one
Vicky.
thing my friends should know about me, it's that I love extreme sports.
So this system upscales all old school games to 720p. I cannot tell you how amazing NES and Game Boy games look upscaled because they're just, limited colors and very basic shapes, but seeing it in HD, they look awesome. I mean, everything looks awesome when you upscale it. The GBA games look awesome. Super Nintendo games look awesome, depending on what you're doing. But like, there's certain like Game Boy games that look very bad upscaled, like Donkey Kong Land, which was they tried to take the Super Nintendo graphics and put them on a Game Boy, which made for like a muddled mess to begin with. But blown up on the TV in HD, you can really see like how terrible it looks. And I played that game start to finish, and I was having trouble with it last night. So I played that. I went out to this retro store and I bought a whole bunch of games. So I played Yo Noid, because I owned that when I was a kid. Yeah. And it's still just as hard, but it's still great. I picked up what is it? Mickey's Magical Quest.
Oh, nice.
For Super Nintendo. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, I'm definitely getting that. Oh, by the way, this system uses the old controllers too. It comes with its own wireless controller, but it has controller ports for NES, Genesis, and Super Nintendo controllers, so you can plug in your old controllers if you still have them.
So can we
awesome.
Can you play these games and can we do like sprite rippers?
That's exactly why I bought this system, because I can just plug it directly into the live stream thing and that's it. That's one of the big reasons I bought this.
And you'll actually own the games instead of.
Yep. It'll be 100% legit and in HD, so it's going to be awesome for that.
Sprite rippers, Nikki. Hell, remember when we used to have fun doing that?
What else?
Raw Meat said no more fun, guys.
I bought Flashback, which I didn't play last night, but for those that don't, Flashback was remade recently, I think.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be a bad remake.
Yeah.
So I bought the original. I also bought a game from my childhood that I don't think a lot of people know, but they actually had it at this store. Lester the Unlikely. It's about a nerd who falls asleep on a pallet at a dock, gets lifted into a ship, and then the ship gets overtaken by pirates, and he swims to safety on a I don't want to say deserted island, on an island. He has to figure out how to get home, but he's a nerd and he's afraid of everything. So like, you'll run up to like crabs and he'll be like, or like shake, or like go like, no. It's pretty funny.
Why is this voice gotta be a nerd voice?
Because he's a nerd in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wears glasses. He was wearing like tight blue jeans, glasses, and like just like a white like sweatshirt, white gray sweatshirt, and white nerdy sneakers.
White sneakers.
I bought Iron Sword, the second Wizards and Warriors game, because I played that a lot as a kid.
That's the one with Fabio, right?
That's the one, yeah. What else did I buy, Mom Brain? I almost bought Xanadu, but I didn't. I'll probably pick that up next time. Super Nintendo. Oh, I bought Stunt Race FX.
Nice.
Which I played some of last night, and it's kind of rough to look at based on how games look today, but it still plays fine. I bought one of my favorite NES games of all time, Jackal. What a fantastic game that is. Have you ever played Jackal? Because you would love it. You're a little jeep that just blows everybody up, and you save like prisoners of war, and you drop them off at like a helipad. But it literally is just driving around, running people over, shooting them, or throwing grenades at them.
Will this system play like our old NES games that we brought over here? So like I could try to play Robin Hood again?
Not try.
We saw that. They had it.
They had Robin Hood there, and I was like, oh, there's Luke's game. They had a Robin Hood unopened in box.
Mine's in box.
In box, but not
all my games are in box.
That's true. Yeah. That's the only way it works. Actual cartridges. It has 5 cartridge slots.
Oh, okay.
So you get high quality audio. 720p
So as long as your cartridges are good. Like, I think all of our cartridges are good. It was usually the system.
There's a couple that are rough, but the thing that the system does is really cool. You still have to fiddle with it a little bit, but it's not bad at all. When you put the cartridge in, it reads the cartridge, and then it loads the game onto the system itself. Okay. So the game won't crash or anything when you're playing, because it has it in the system's memory, and then when you take the cartridge out, it's done. Yeah. Also, you can save your games like you usually do on a cartridge, but it also has save states like a PC game. So you can just hit a button on a controller and go into a menu and save exactly where you are.
Will it work with the Game Genie?
I haven't tried that.
Do we have the Game Genie code book?
Yep, upstairs. I was just looking at it yesterday. The Game Genie and the book.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if it'll work.
Because I know the Game Genie was designed to rewrite code.
Yes.
But I think it was for, I don't know, but I think it was game specific. I don't think it was with the system.
Yeah. I just.
So it should work.
I can find out.
Because it rewrote game code, not system.
Also, you might have seen if you follow me on Instagram. Oh, I posted it on the site too. My parents were playing old school NES Jeopardy, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen because they were cursing up a storm, but they were having a fun time. So they were playing. They played Super Jeopardy, which is the one with voice work, which is amazing. And they also played Jeopardy, like, Junior Edition. So it's all, like, little kid questions. Oh, it's so funny.
Little kid questions like what?
The final Jeopardy question I'm sorry, the final Jeopardy answer was, this medal is given out at the Olympics for second place. There were, like... Out of the entire 2 rounds, there were like maybe 2 or 3 questions that were a little challenging, but overall, I mean, maybe they just lucked out and got good categories, but it was really funny. I should secretly live stream them playing because it was awesome.
So it's called Super Jeopardy?
There's a whole bunch of different Jeopardies. Yeah. There's like. I was tempted at the store. They had a lot of like Super Nintendo. They had Jeopardy there and Wheel of Fortune and stuff like that. I'm tempted to pick up one of those just because it was so much fun to watch my parents play. And my mom and I played Tetris and Palamedes for NES, which is a really cool, not very well-known puzzle game. But she was not here when I got Tetris Attack, and she's gonna flip her lid instead of shovel when she sees it, because her and I used to play the hell out of that game, and I'm very happy I managed to find it. I couldn't believe it.
Can't wait to rub her mom's nose in it.
Rubbing her stupid face. So I think that's all. I'm forgetting stuff I played because I played so much on the system. Oh, I'm playing Sigma Star Saga, the Game Boy Advance game from Way Forward, published by Bandai Namco. It plays like an RPG, except there's random battles, but random battles don't take you into an RPG battle. They take you into a shooter battle where you're in a ship and you fly around and shoot. It's a really cool idea. I never really had the time to sit down and play it, so this is my perfect excuse to do so. And I really like it. Animation's great. The music when you're in the ship is really cool. And it's such a unique idea. Like, still today, it's a unique idea. You walk around on foot, and when a battle starts, you get called up into a ship in space, and you fight other ships. And the ship you get called into can be different every time. A giant ship, a little ship, a damaged ship, and you fight different enemies in different locations. It's very cool.
Yeah, I think I remember playing a little bit of it at your parents' house.
Yeah, like last night I legitimately sat down to play it and put like a good hour and a half into it and finished the first part of the first chapter. So I'm definitely going to continue it. It's a lot of fun. So I think that's that. We are running late, so I will do question. OctoG123 says, hey podcast crew, I've never cried at a video game before, so recommend me some moving or sad games. And I've already beaten Fragile. There were no tears, only grimaces because of how lame and try-hard that game was. Sad games. Or moving games.
What did I just play? I just played that.
Skyward Sword.
The Last of Us.
Definitely.
Oh, The Last of Us, the Valiant.
Skyward Sword.
But that he'll probably be upset because it's like a history lesson.
Fable 2. The end of Fable 2. When you have the choice, and your dog gets shot.
Well,
there you go.
Wait, Skyward Sword was definitely a moving game for me. I would agree with that. I feel like I'm. Nintendo says Fragile. You already said Fragile, Nintendo.
Maybe the Walking Dead games.
Oh, that's true. Definitely moving games. I feel like I felt like Eco and Shadow of the Colossus were moving experiences.
Definitely. Journey.
Journey. That's the one I was forgetting. Journey, without a doubt. That's my number 1.
I mean, I don't know if it'll make you cry, but
it is the definition of a moving experience, without a doubt. That's an excellent one. I'm sure I could think of others, but since we're running late on time. Flicky's moving experience. Streets of Rage 2, very moving. Booger Man, it's a very moving experience. So was Boogerman in
PT?
case?
Yeah.
Boogerman in case. So that's our question. All right, Mumbrain, are you ready for some music? No, you are not.
Well, I just need the.
I have to use the bathroom. Okay.
You got a bottle right there. Or is it not that
Well,
kind
while
of
we have a
bathroom?
second, I hear the delay is long, so this probably won't get answered in time. Pardon my zinger. How's YouTube working out for you guys? Do you like it? Good quality? Sounds okay? Why you love it?
Oh, I heard it.
Because from my point of view, it seems to be working just fine.
Garrow, podcast not recorded.
Would you be willing to sit down and play Robin Hood? Because I would watch you play Robin Hood.
I'd watch that too.
Not today, but yes, I would be able to.
No. Today.
He has to
I
take a
can't-
nap.
Instead of a nap.
I have to take it.
I have to.
Comanche.
I have. In 2 weeks, I'll get my vacation that I was supposed to be on this week. So
you'll
then,
play
yes,
it
if we're not playing Destiny 24/7, I
I'll
will
forget it.
definitely
I'm
do
selling all my other systems.
Oh, really? Huh?
Can I buy
So
your PS4?
this first song comes from Al Sleet. Oh boy.
Al Snow.
What did I do? Okay. Are we?
Remember, it has to be turned on.
Is it playing?
No, not yet.
This is a game I have for the GBA that I'm going to play. I just don't remember the subtitle. It's Clonoa, and I'm going to guess Dreams is in the title somewhere?
Yeah.
Clonoa.
Just dreams.
Field of Dreams. Clonoa.
I mean, I'll count.
Dream Weaver. I don't know, go ahead.
Empire of Dreams.
Fragile Cream.
That was from Al Sleet, and he sent us Klonoa, Empire of Dreams.
Yes, that's in my GBA collection right now. That's one of the games I managed to keep, and I'm definitely going to replay that.
This next song comes from Kevin PDZ.
I got no idea.
What do we call it? Part 2.
13.
No, no.
Not a bad thing.
Can I
No More Heroes.
Not No More Heroes.
Part 2. Just
Cube. GameCube.
Killer 7.
Product number 3.
No.
Product number 4.
I don't know. We don't know.
Beautiful Joe.
Oh, phenomenal.
God damn it! Why don't I remember the music from
No,
Beautiful
Another
Joe?
chance. That was from Kevin PDZ,
Oh, that's going to be the new one everybody gets us on.
and it was Beautiful Joe.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Go.
Cube Enigma sent us this one.
I'm a song for
What's her name?
The DDR game?
No, it's not. Catch Me in My Water.
It sounds like. I don't even know what system.
They one of the last games.
GameCube?
Yeah.
GameCube. Product number 3.
No.
Like a
Like
monkey.
the
Monkey ball.
No.
Yeah, what is that voice saying?
Like a monkey.
He's saying get funky like a monkey.
Ride the Monkey. Ride them on cue.
Those are good lyrics.
No, I hear like a monkey.
I heard Ride a Monkey. Ride the
Does this
Monkey.
game have a monkey in it?
No, I don't think so.
Does this game have a donkey in it?
No.
We don't know.
Maybe it does have
Like
a
a
monkey in
monkey,
it.
the movie.
Time Splitters.
Oh, it does have a monkey in it, yes.
This one comes from, that was from Cube Enigma, and it was Time Splitters. This one comes from Sparkplug Holly.
Hardcore Hollow. Alright, this is a Genesis game.
I have Virtual Console Arcade.
Yeah, it's gotta be the Sega related. Yes?
Oh,
It's not a Sega game.
Kid Empire.
Space Harrier.
No.
Rolling Thunder.
Yep.
Huh.
That was
I
from
couldn't think of the name. That's what I was thinking.
Sparkplug Holly, and it was Rolling Thunder. All right. So this one is from Yoshi's Greens.
I know this. Can you tell me system?
On the Wii.
Why do I know this? Elements.
No.
Oh, wait, is this?
Dewey's Adventure.
Or no, wait, never mind. This thing is someone else.
Is it a Kirby game?
Nope.
It's a platformer.
No.
Look how weird it is.
Yoshi's Arcade.
No.
I always think of that game too. Like, oh why?
Wait, did you say that already?
Light Truck.
Yeah, I don't know why, but whenever a Wii game comes up, that's always what I think of.
Zensis.
No.
Zensis title.
God damn it! Why do I know this?
Well, I love that specific guess.
Mario Party.
No.
Rayman.
Animal Crossing.
Go ahead.
Check me out.
Wow.
Oh my God! It's the Check Me Out channel.
Yep.
For Christ's sake!
That was from Yoshi is Green.
I would have never remembered that.
Isn't even a game.
This one comes
Bloody
from
channel.
Wired.
Oh yeah. Man, we started off okay, and now we're falling apart. Oh, that's it. That was system.
Wii U.
Wii U. Tekken.
No.
Whitney's in the game.
No.
I don't know. Just go.
Smooth Jazz.
Fit Music for Wii U.
Oh, come on. Who said that?
Wired, who says it's also Judge Judy's favorite game.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nintendo, and we'll know that.
What's it called?
Fit Music for Wii U.
What the heck is that?
It's a fitness game that's terrible. Nintendo got in a fight with the developer about it online. Not well, like they attacked Nintendo. Nintendo was honest about it.
This one comes from Megabyte Martin.
I like the name.
You're gonna get this one.
Thanks for the hints. Is it a Rhythm Heaven?
No.
You're right, I know this. Is it Wario?
Yeah.
Smooth Move.
Wario Where Twisted.
No.
Touch. Touch.
No.
Mario. What is the micro games? The download thing?
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Oh.
Thank you.
That was correct. It was from Megabyte Martin, and it was WarioWare Do It Yourself on the DS. This one comes from Jet Jaguar.
Do it your
Focus all text. I don't know if it's GBA or DS.
Final Fantasy, Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah.
It's an RPG.
Dog Island DS.
What do you mean? Yes.
Dog Island DS.
No.
Soul Bringer.
No.
Just go. I don't know.
Pokemon. Pearl, Diamond, Platinum.
Yeah, that's an RPG. Why is that a weird
I was just
question?
making sure. Sometimes I get confused.
Would have
want
been
him to
better if
please
she had made sure before.
Stupid Pokemon.
That was from
Oh,
Jet
I hate 'em.
Jaguar.
They always get me.
Donut Muffin sent this one. I swear.
Alright, it's Metroid. But it's Smash Brothers?
Not Smash.
A Metroid other end?
Nope.
Oh wait, is it that Wii U game?
Nintendo Land?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that was from Donut Muffin.
That game
And it was
is
Nintendo
a
Land.
ton of fun.
Last song for today comes from Combo Meal.
No, you can go one up. Sounds like something Sega would do.
It is something Sega would do.
Summer Day of Evil?
Nope.
Sounds like a Sonic game, maybe?
Sure is.
Oh. Jesus.
Sonic and the Secret Rings?
No.
Sonic Colors.
No.
Sonic on Siesta.
Nope.
Sonic and I'm aware Hog.
Sonic Pinball. Sonic 3. Sonic 1.
No, no.
Sonic 2.
Sonic and the Black
Sonic
Knight.
Sunshine.
No, no.
Sonic.
Tails' Revenge.
What is that blog called?
It's a regular Sonic game, though. It's not like a spin-off.
Sonic Adventure?
It's Sonic.
Sonic CD.
Sonic Advance.
No, no.
Sounds too good.
Sonic and the Black Knight?
No.
Turn it down one.
Sonic Unleashed?
No.
That's what it was.
Sonic Normal
Sonic.
Shadow the Hedgehog?
No, no.
It's not Colors.
No.
It's not Heroes.
No.
Sonic Racers.
No.
Sonic Racing.
Sonic Donic.
System.
No. So the song is called Tropical Coast Zone 1.
Yeah, they all have something like that.
They all look so stupid.
They're all stupid zones.
What the fuck Sonic game is this? Help me, Sonic. Sonic and a Secret Ring.
No.
Alright.
Sonic Generations.
No, no.
Do I have it?
Generations.
I don't think I see it.
Generations was only on 3DS, so this is too good quality.
Oh, that's Xbox.
I don't give it to you.
What? I don't have it?
No, I don't know. I can't see.
Sonic.
So it is Wii.
I don't know.
Sonic on Vacation.
Yeah, it's Wii. You've been looking at Wii.
Sonic from Super Smash Bros. Sonic.
Sonic and the Black Knight.
No.
Super Sonic.
Just end
Electronic.
it. End my misery.
Lost World.
Oh, yeah.
How did I not think of that damn game? It's out on the Wii U and the 3DS.
It was like the most recent Sonic.
Yeah, right?
That's why she said she couldn't tell you.
Do I get it?
Right.
Yeah, you get it.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Is that it?
Wait, you gave him that point?
Yeah, that's it.
He said everyone but.
She's the judge here, not you.
Where's Judge Judy?
Judge Judy. Well, he's going to be delayed more than usual because there's a longer delay for YouTube than there is.
So we'll just go with the point before he can say otherwise.
We got a 10 out of 10. How many songs were there?
10.
Yeah, we got
I feel like we got
3 out
like
of 10.
5.
Yeah.
Judge Judy says 4.5 right, 5.5 wrong. So it's 5 right, 5 wrong. Thank you, Judge Judy. Mulberry, where can people send music?
gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com.
And that's our show. It was
Please,
a
when you
success.
send it, let me know what you want me to call you on the show.
Boogerhead.
And what your song is, well, what game it's from, and what system it's on.
Thank you to everybody that watched us on YouTube. Thanks for trying out this new thing. It seems like it worked very well.
Just delayed.
I'm really happy. Oh, delay's not a big deal.
Delay. Make a ladle.
Like I said, I threw it together this week and it actually worked. So think about what'll happen when I take 5 minutes to learn it. So thanks for watching and thanks for listening, and we will see you next week on YouTube. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Well, now we normally do after show, but after show questions. You can ask whatever you want. Hopefully, by the time I'm done doing this, there will be some.
Oh, Boob's gonna take a nap.
Oh yeah.
What do PS4 games look like?
So the lag time is less than a minute for me.
Question. What do they look like?
That's weird. Well, that's funny.
Are all PS4 games digital?
No. Yes, I know. They're down the bottom.
No, they're not. Just oh, blues?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, there they are.
Deep Rising, Dead Rising.
Dead or Believe.
Deep digging.
Whoa.
This is also known as Luke's Lullaby.
That's a funny question, TAW. Xenoblade Chronicles, because it's the only one.
This blanket.
That blanket!
This one's okay.
Yeah, you can use other blanket.
Except, wait, that one might need like fuzzies.
Here, use blue.
I would use the brown one, yeah, the tan one, because then you won't get fuzzies.
Use them all. Yeah, Spreecast flag was better. Red Dragon says, did you get my music homework?
Sure. You sent it to Jan.
Well, you saw that reaction, so. If you sent it to her, she definitely got it. There's just a lot of songs on there. But we could always use more. Send in your songs to gnpodcastmusic.com. You're supposed
At
to say
gmail.com. C-U-N?
Just make sure I get.
Sure would be nice, Shell Shocker. After 7?
Yeah, if I'm calmed down, just
Okay.
anytime after
Well, Grant, I guess you're going to have to play Robin Hood.
7. Oh, please don't play it all me. I'll play it. Like, I really want to play it. I just can't do it right now. I'd be no good at it at all right now.
So, okay. Rest.
You've got a big day ahead of you. I don't care what they're doing, because I'm sure I'll be interested anyway. Alright, guys, the show is done exporting. Goodbye. This is the end. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We had a great time. I'm glad it worked out well. And we will see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.